Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome to the very first Boss Bytes for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. I've made some progress since the first impressions and reached the first truly new monster. The only other new monster I fought after the Hermitar, was a variant of Bishaten, the Orange Bishaten, which uses a lot of explosive pine cones instead of his variety of other status effect fruits. It's a fun fight, but it definitely isn't that different from the regular, aside from also having fire breath, so I didn't think that one really needed to be covered. However, today we're going to be going after Garangolm, the first of the three monsters known as the Lords in the kingdom, and it looks like it's going to be a little complicated. Apparently he has either a shifting element or different elements on different parts of his body, I'm not really sure. He is also the monster that is kind of inspired by Frankenstein, though he's actually more inspired by the golems of Jewish folklore that Frankenstein himself was inspired by. And yes, I know, Frankenstein's monster, but for convenience sake, we just say Frankenstein. And if you're talking about his creator, you say Dr. Frankenstein. That simplifies things. So, I wasn't really sure what weapon I wanted to use for this, because I feel like, kind of been using the same three. I dropped the dual blades, so when I couldn't decide, I decided, you know what? Let's go with a new weapon. I'll learn how to use a new weapon, and I did. I did about 12 or 15 hunts with the hammer, mostly knocking out a few of the event quests, but I also did some master rank ones, and I feel fairly comfortable using it now. It's actually not a complicated moveset. It's a pretty easy to learn weapon. I feel like I kind of say that about all of them, but this one doesn't really have any meters or anything to concern yourself with. It's fairly straightforward. Now, since he has shifting elements, I don't know if I should bring the blast hammer or just the regular hammer. I mean, I guess I should bring the blast hammer because it does more damage, so even if he is immune to blast, we're still doing more damage. The regular one has a better sharpness meter, so that could be relevant. Now we'll go with the blast. And the reason I'm using the Anjanath armor is because it has a variety of hammer skills. But yeah, the main focus of the hammer is charged attacks and combo finishers. So you want to actually do your full combo because the last hit of most of the combos does a huge amount of damage. The hammer is also, kind of uniquely, very good at knocking out monsters, which is a special type of stun you can do by hitting them in the head a bunch. I think the only other weapon that can do that is the hunting horn. Before we go in, I want to... Okay, never mind, I already have them set. Alright, then we're good to go. This quest will also be a little different from the regular boss fights I've done before, because we'll have an NPC hunter with us, as you have to take her with you. And that's a new mechanic for Sunbreak that I've used a few times. There's a couple optional missions that were available, but this is the first time I've had to use her for an actual proper main mission. It's rare to hear of Garangolm wander outside the kingdom, and even rarer to hear of them acting aggressively. There are still many questions that need answers, but in the meantime, go with Fiorrain and put a stop to this threat. So yeah, despite the fact that they're referred to as the Three Lords, that seems to refer to three species rather than three unique individual monsters. There are multiple Garangolms and Lunagarons and Malzenos. And I mean, as far as I'm aware, there aren't very many unique monsters in any of the Monster Hunter games, as in ones that only exist as one copy. Usually, they might be very rare, like I think, I don't remember his name, but the giant monster from Monster Hunter World, the big rock dragon. I'm pretty sure he's not unique, but he is very rare. I guess in this game, Thunder Serpent Narwa and Wind Serpent Ibushi are unique, because you're fighting the same one every time. So there is that. Alright, Carver, Defender, and Heal. I forgot that we're doing like a real fight, so I have to actually worry about my health. We'll let the Dango play since I forgot to do it in the first impressions. I like that these ones have the hair over one eye thing going on. What kind of sauce do you think that is on the dango? What do you put on dango? I would assume you put like a kind of sweet sauce. Alright, we didn't get weakener, which is good because I forgot I don't typically use weakener on first fights. Also, the ladies are here. They come to visit sometimes. They're not always here.
That'll do.
Wait, can you talk to them? Didn't actually read what the options were. Oh, no, you can just kind of mess around. Elbows on table. How does that work here? There's no table. Elbows on self. Hi, yes, I'm chatting. Anyway, enough goofing off. Let's get out there and kill something.
Let's go.
And this will be the first time we get to see the Citadel, which I think is the main map of the DLC, the one you're going to be seeing the most.
Ages have passed, reducing this land to an indistinct ruin.
Which has like a whole ass castle in
Whether
it.
this ruin benefits the hunter, or whether it benefits the prey, remains to be seen.
Stinkbank.
A pure creature, lingering to its heart's content. It looks docile and innocent at first glance.
I don't even know what the hell those are.
But if it's disturbed from its peaceful desires,
They must be unique in this area.
pure anger becomes pure strength. As its power grows, so does
He's
its
got a very
ire.
definite gorilla look.
Getting in its way is risking life and limb. It's already too late to realize that this creature's desires are not to be trifled with.
So he's a big armored gorilla. Alright, so the map is completely obfuscated because I've never been here. There's Fiorane, she has her own Palamute to ride around on. I don't think she does that much damage, but she definitely does some, so this hunt will be a little shorter than the other ones.
Finally, one of the three lords. This is sure to be a royal pain.
Have you actually fought these things before? Also, didn't Monster Hunter World have a castle map specifically for the Faunalis? The Black Dragon, which is one of the hardest monsters in the world? I never fought him, but I think I remember that when they added him. Alright, so this is very kind of European foresty, but there's also a snowy mountain over there. Okay. Put these down. I don't actually end up using the Great Wire Bugs that much, because then you don't have the chance to grab Spirit Bugs and get your health and stamina up as you're exploring.
That seems quite valuable.
Alright, there's a Volvidon over here. Resin Mire. Okay, it's literally a resin swamp, so it's all sticky.
Must be worth something.
Doesn't get me sticky, though. What the hell is that? It's like a frog hanging out of the wall with his tongue. I think that's a poison tree. I'm guessing I can, like, wyvern ride him into the tree to poison him. Probably kill a few of these. for their materials.
I will suffer you no longer.
I'll help myself.
It's a boggy,
I have an awful feeling
which is like a
about
Roggy, but
this. That Garangolm must be close.
more bat-like. So yeah, you kind of have two primary combos. Your Y combo is a little faster, and that big uppercut swing is your heavy attack. Whereas the B combo is a little weird because if you don't actually connect with it, you can't continue it. You have to hit with each hit to do the full combo, and the last hit of it is the one that does huge damage. Alright, well there he is. He's already smashing these fellas. Anyway, the other thing you have is the charge attack, which you can see has 3 levels.
I thought Garangolm were docile. Why would it act
As
this
well as a separate mode you can switch to, which is Charge Strength. This does more damage, but it limits some of the moves you can do. And the fully charged attack for this is a little faster than the regular fully charged attack. So it's easier to bust out on slower monsters. But I figured the hammer would be good for Garangolm because he looks big and slow. But yeah, because you need to get your full combo in with the hammer, you kind of want to be more patient about when you attack. Like, you wait until he's not swinging at you, and then you go in there and try to bust out some hits. It's not as ponderous, though, as I initially assumed. You can also charge up your wire bug attacks with this, and that one is a lot of fun to do. The spinning somersault. The other one does more damage, but it uses both of your wire bugs. That's like our big hit. And using strength mode with your wire bug attacks, I believe, does actually make them do more damage. So it's actually more useful for those than for its combos.
It's getting a bit too excited.
Thanks for the support.
So yeah, she just kind of gets in there and keeps swinging. And it doesn't really matter if she goes down, because I think you can just pick her up. But it looks like the dual element thing is for his 2 arms. One of them is fire, and I think one of them is... I mean, it looks like earth, but it's apparently weak to water. Oop. Okay, he's got a launch attack. That's kind of cool.
This is going to hurt!
I feel like if you want to use the wire bug attacks a lot, it actually might be worthwhile to use the can't get knocked down in midair decoration. Because normally I don't use that because you don't have a lot of aerial attacks. Also, for the charge attack, you have a different attack depending on if you're moving or if you stop first. And the one if you stop first usually does more damage. So there, I stunned him because I hit him enough in the head. And I'm going to do my Impact Crater, which is the big heavy slam.
There's no telling what a monster of that size is capable of.
The other thing that the hammer is good at is simply breaking parts. You can't cut tails, that's the downside, but it's good at breaking everything else, especially if they're armored. I think I staggered him there, but didn't stun him. Also, you have to be willing to let go of your charge rather than try to hold on to it by running away. Because if you roll, you cancel your charge, but obviously, then you don't get hit. And if you do get hit, you lose your charge anyway, so might as well just drop it. Switching from strength back to regular charge also will fully charge you up, and it counts as a iframe dodge. So when you go from this to this, you don't get a dodge, but when you go back, you get a dodge and instantly charge up. So that can be pretty handy for getting in a quick charge attack. Also, despite being a hammer, you do still have to sharpen it. I guess a lot of the hammers, though, do actually have sharp parts on them. they have like stabby bits on the hammer end, so I guess that makes sense.
Make me proud.
Sharpness is really kind of an obfuscated mechanic anyway, considering you're just
That's a
usually
fine
sharpening the
whetstone
side of
you
it.
got there.
Complimenting someone's whetstone seems like a really weird non-compliment. Man, that sure is a nice rock for sharpening things you have. Where did you find it? Also, of the three lords, I think the only one that's actually an Elder Dragon is Malzeno. Okay, here's another thing I learned. The hammer is the only weapon that has a slide attack, and it's basically the same as your wire bug attack. But every other weapon lost their slide attack from World. Wow, this is a really good spot to just keep spamming this.
Look at the bright light.
Alright. Popped out a flash bug. So you can go from the end of that swing straight into the Big Bang end of the combo. So it's actually pretty good. I've seen people say that it's not as useful as the regular swing that you do when you're not moving, but you do that, and then you can immediately follow up with that, and this is the big hit. And then he jumps out of the way. But still, it does some really good damage. It's the thing with the hammer. Even if you don't hit as often, you hit really hard, so it tends to actually not take that long to wipe a monster. Okay. Thanks for that tip about thorny toads, but what the hell's a thorny toad? Does he have one attached? Okay, he's stuck in the mire. Hopping these with a weapon is actually kind of shitty with the hammer.
This should do the trick.
Down.
Very kind. Any last words?
Another big slam. There's some good damage. We haven't actually broken any of his armor yet.
You're done for!
The other thing I haven't been using enough is when you do a charged version of the wire bug attack, you can actually hold it so you don't immediately launch. You want to wait until they're done their attack. Like you do this, get hit by a rock.
It's up to you.
Okay, there we go. Broken part. But yeah, you can hold it like this and wait for a good opportunity.
But you know unimaginable fury. Who could have seen this coming?
Gee, I wonder if there's maybe like a monster that is causing these other monsters to be suddenly aggressive when they wouldn't be otherwise. Kind of like the exact same plot of the main game.
Certain is your defeat.
I'll show you no mercy!
Oh, he got knocked down.
Ride it.
Alright. I
I
mean, I kind of want to grab those items, but whatever.
Good. Now attack.
We can just take him over to one of the other monsters and get some hits on him. With them. We just have to swap over. So, in here is a Volvodon. And we don't want to do the Punisher, because that would be a waste.
It's getting a bit too excited.
Oop, did I miss Volvodon? He's too close to the wall.
This'll do! Be careful!
Oh no. I'm coated in fart stink, so I can't use items. Ironically, you also can't use the item that gets rid of the stink. Or maybe you can, but it's a deodorant, not a null bug or a null berry. It's okay, we just gotta roll this thing off.
I'd be proud to heal you.
That was ill-advised. Rolled right into his rock. Man, I kind of fucked myself by getting stung. Alright, now I can heal. So is his other arm water? Because it looks like earth, but there's splashes coming out of it, so maybe it's just all green because the water makes everything grow.
Being a royal knight is all about.
So I think if you do the full Big Bang combo, it actually does do more damage than the regular charge attack. If you get a hit with that. Now he's really steamed off. So, one thing I did change from the default moveset is there's an attack that kind of works like a counter in a fighting game where, okay,
Even the proudest of the...
that was a flattener attack where you can't roll away. But yeah, like a fighting game counter attack, if you get hit during it, you take no damage, and then you can do a big counter move.
Great technique.
Which is not one of the default equipped skills.
Revive my trusty weapon.
Nope. Definitely notice the frame rate is worse in this area. Probably because I've got reshade on. I might have to tweak that around. In fact, what is the overlay key or toggle key? Numpad 7. I mean, it makes everything very white. Really hope that the stupid Xbox app is not downloading an update for a game in the background. Because I hate that shit about Windows, is that you can't tell it to not do that until you tell it to do that. It'll just go, maybe this is a good time for me to do it while you're in the middle of recording a video. What is this? Very strange creature. I mean, the reshade really shouldn't be an extra performance hit because it's pretty much only contrast. Wait, where were you going there? You started to walk through the wall. Can I slide uphill?
Coward! Stand and fight!
I can do it downhill. Right into his attack. Should have been more patient. Okay.
Quite the predicament.
People used to do the trick.
Yeah, that's another one of those attacks where if you don't wire bug away, it does a lot of damage. You can kind of like slide uphill for a second. Wow, killed me with the exact same pair of attacks. So the downside with the spinning bludgeon is that you cannot roll out of it. You have to finish the attack by doing the uppercut swing.
Counterattack.
So if you do it at a bad time, like I just did,
One step back, 2 steps forward.
you fuck yourself over. It would be really funny if I wiped on Garangolm here and not fucking Crimson Glow Valstrox.
Take cover!
Alright. I tried to jump off and do a air attack, but instead it decided I just wanted to jump as the dog.
It's targeting you!
I'm gonna be a little more evasive.
Please handle things here, okay?
Okay, so when she says that, usually that means she's run off to wyvern ride a monster that she'll bring in. And I can see that she's got the berry off. Really? That counted as a slope?
I have returned.
You get him, girl.
There's so much to investigate. Let's hurry up and finish this.
She's not great at it, though. But I can get a big hit in while he's distracted, and then when he's knocked down, do the big bang combo. Or, okay.
Skill.
Well, I still hit him with it, but no, I hit Barry off. I thought she was done. Yeah, see, that did 432 on the big hit. Which is a lot more damage than I normally see from the longsword, but the longsword is also more consistent. Oh, come on. The rock turns into more rocks. So I can kind of see what they meant about fights being a little more complex in Sunbreak. Have a little more mechanics going on than just, here's their weakness, here's their resistance, go at it. And I mean, some monsters do have their own unique mechanic. The problem is, you're supposed to go after the head with the hammer, but that puts you in front of most of his attacks. So I'm still used to using the other weapons where you want to kind of stay behind them. Now he's having a bad time.
Are you ready?
Hit it with everything you've got!
Wow, he's getting fucked. All of his parts are breaking. Keeps getting knocked down and stunned.
I'll show you what I'm
This is
feeling
going to
about.
hurt!
Bahari is hiding and observing us. Ever the researcher, isn't he?
Not much longer
Ah.
now.
Want to get him as he was running away. Okay. Things are turning around. I think he's got one more arena left in him before he's done. Golem Thick Juice. Not sure I want his thick juice, honestly.
Make me proud! You should be proud of your polishing skills.
I don't know why I fucking laugh every time she says that. Yeah, you're just so good at polishing. And you're like, talking about my whetstone, right? Something, something, I bet she's good at polishing too. Alright, big lad. Hate to do it, but we gotta put you down. Also, if the frame rate is... Oh, no, maybe not. I think it's because everything's so tall. There's so many mountains and shit in this area, but I'm gonna say that it's better over here. It's really not.
It's all over for you!
I'll have to look into that after this video. Oh, there he goes down again.
My victory
This
is
is going
set
to
ahead
hurt!
your defeat. Our fight ends now! Haha, victory!
Haha, victory!
I've learned so much from you today. Let's recap later.
Did you learn how to get crushed by Garangolm from me? Because, I mean, you had plenty of opportunity to learn that. So that was pretty easy. I mean, we're still fairly early into Master Rank, but I've been kind of putting off doing this video for like a month. So now I can start grinding through more familiar monsters, but I think it'll take less time to get to another new one. Not sure what the next new one is, if it's like Espinas or something. I know that Asteros, the one I'm looking forward to, is one of the later ones. We won't be seeing that for a while. Honestly, the next one might even just be Lunagaron. Like, I might have to fight a bunch of familiar monsters until he shows up.
Our quest is completed!
Cutscene. They seem to have gone back to the Monster Hunter World style of cutscenes for Sunbreak. Because the main game didn't really have a lot of cutscenes.
It may not be much, but
even
at
for
least
main
we have
missions.
some clues to go on. Who knows how far they'll lead us, though. We need to know the extent of its territory. Other monsters might be affected. Hunter!
It's really funny every time they show a close-up on the fucking Anjanath helmet. It's just got like goofy teeth across the front.
What on earth? I sense something odious.
A stinky monster has been through here. Now, the Vampire Lord has been watching us with his little bat friends. I assume those guys are part of Malzeno's mechanics. Oh, we got a tail, even though we didn't cut it off. But we smashed it good enough for it to drop. Didn't actually get a lot of drops from him. Fiore and Shadefyre, good work. Hey, you two, you kicked some serious Monsteramus Maximus out there.
Yeah,
But you know, according to my calculations, you should have been 4 seconds faster downing that thing. What gives?
yep.
4 seconds is a lot. I've got to figure out the discrepancy. Like, are you sick? Not getting enough shut-eye for you? Allow me to formally introduce you, Shadefyre. This irritating man is Bahari, a scientist, as you know. But irritating as he is, when it comes to monster research, he's the top in his field.
Oh,
He's also behind the construction of a great many of Elgato's facilities. So you see, his competence has earned him the position of chief researcher. As a result, I can't get away from the man, and I spend far too much time letting him get on my nerves.
Yeah.
Look at her, dancing around the question. Come on, Theo, I'm 4 seconds out. You sure you're getting enough?
Yes.
Before Elgato was an outpost, Bahari was researching Malzeno's connection with the craters and kingdom monsters. He's always been indispensable and always will be, so, annoying as he is, you will get along. Whoa, I don't know who's harsher, Admiral, you or Theo. Alright, fine. We'll get to the bottom of those 4 seconds some other time. But first, I gotta get to the bottom of this beshotten business. I'm gonna analyze some samples of the Garangolm. Maybe they'll shed some light.
Yep.
I could use some help investigating these kingdom monsters. My lab's right next to the tea shop. Swing by if you're interested.
Yeah.
You know you're always welcome to, Theo. In your dreams. Never change, Theo. Well, guess it's just you and me for now, Shadefyre. Looking forward to working with you. Alright. So now we've unlocked Master Rank 3, and let's see... Oh god, everybody wants my attention. Let's see what quests that open up. With Bahari back, Elgato appears a bit brighter, don't you think?
Yeah.
I really hope his return means that progress can be made to stop this chaos.
Yep.
As for your assignments here, there are now more MR3 quests available. While that does sound exciting, it means that more dangerous assignments await you. Do be careful.
Your spirit shines bright. Please
What we got? Almudron, we got a Shogun Cyanatar, that's new. That's the other big crab, insectoid kind of monster, crustacean fella. Barioth, Gasarog, Anjanath Tobakadachi. Gown Goat. Okay, that's the goat with a big fluffy tail. Another Garangolm. Gasarag and Bloodroar should be shotten. Now, the way it worked with MR2 was that I actually unlocked more monsters without unlocking MR3. There was like a mid-quest.
Nothing less.
So there'll probably be another one of those for here.
Don't hesitate to ask for anything.
Alright, well, maybe we'll do a video on the Shogun Cyanatar. But other than that, these are all familiar faces that I'll have to take out in order to get more new ones. Also, we have another one showed up here. And then finally, the Garangolm armor.
How are things? Yeah, I'll be here when you need me.
Yeah! Alright, I actually just wanted to get something smith,
Hey
lady.
there.
Yeah, kind of looks like what I expected. Charge Master. What's that? Okay, that's could be good for the hammer. Maximum might, tremor resistance, flinch free, focus. Okay, this actually does seem like this is a better hammer set than the Anjanath one, because it's got Slugger, and it's got focus, which makes you charge faster,
Bring on the hard stuff.
and flinch free, so you don't get knocked down as much when you're getting up close with your hammer.
Smile is the main reason I've been
Damn
banging
the
away
thief.
at the
Yeah,
smith and
I think I'll
stuff
probably
for
make
so
this to
long.
use with the hammer. I don't know when I unlocked this. So yeah, that's our first Sunbreak boss fights, but we will certainly have more because there is quite a few new monsters to check out. So until the next one, you hunters all take care. I bid you adieu.